What is up, gang? It is I, Carlton Flowers, your crypto pro.
Yay!
And today we will have yet another Myro update, and my voice is recovering a little bit, so hopefully it won't be as annoying as the last video. But I'm just at 50%, so please bear with me if my voice crackles throughout the video. Now, before we begin, we will remind everyone that this is not financial advice, and we will allow everyone to watch this one again. We didn't have too many annoyances and nuisances posting stupid things in the comments in the last video, so we will not kick out all of the nitwits and the dinglings for this video. All right, so the two things I'm going to do for you in this video is give you the TA update, and then I'm also going to cover my swing trade success. Okay, so one thing is about this meme coin, it has a lot of price volatility. It's popular, which means that we can swing trade it and generate income. And I'm going to show you exactly how I just made a little extra dough that I'm going to put right back into Myro and ride on the next run. So in the last video, we were just down here, I think approaching 6 cents or just above, and it really ran. It ran hard. It went all the way up to, what, 11.5 cents, 11.8. I did not expect it to go that far. I thought the 200 EMA line was going to be the extent of the run, but it went all the way above that 200 EMA and touched at 11.8 cents before we had the absolute rollover on the stochastic, and now it is correcting. Here is your rollover right there. And then we also have an impending rollover here where the fast line on the oscillators of the MACD is curling over and just about ready to cross the slow line, in addition to light green being printed on the histogram, which coincides with these little red candles. Okay, so I'm going to show you what I did and tell you what my next move is. Now, let's clear this out, and then I'm going to bring in a little spreadsheet and give you the history of what I've been doing with Myro. Now, way back when, and I don't have the dates on here, I forgot to put the dates on. If you see a negative, that's a purchase. If you see a positive, that's income to me on a sale. So I started out the journey buying 1,000 Myro at 10.48 cents. That cost me $104.80. It went down. And then I thought, time to DCA. I bought another 1,000 at 5.193 cents. That cost me $51.93. Then we had a little rally, and I thought, let's get rid of half the bag to cover for the little slippage of the first trade. And I sold 1,000 at 8.9 cents and made this $89.19 back into the USDT bag. The next thing I did, I bought 1,000 right back again at 5.7 cents. That cost me $57.09. Once we went on this run, I sold. I didn't get out at the tippy top, which is nearly impossible to do. I sold it at 10.1 cents and then watched it go to 11.8 cents. And then I was checking all night long to see if it was going to run further and was getting nervous thinking I needed to just buy it all back in. And then I had to use my own rule. When in doubt, deploy patience. So I sold this 2,000 at 10.1 cents, which brought me back $202. Now, the net gain that I made would be $77.37. That's not too bad. So that means that I can take this last sale plus my gains and just roll it back in once this little correction is done. So overall, if my math is correct, I did pretty good. I made $77. I'm not betting the farm. I'm not pulling out a mortgage on the house. I'm also not starting a cheerleading team for the Myro devs. I don't care about any of that. What I care about is buying low and selling high and swing trading. I don't care if the Myro development team whistles Dixie and has a tea party and sings Ring Around the Rosie. I don't care what they do. I care about this chart. So let's talk about my next move. So as I was watching this starting to correct, I was looking at this 1 hour, and on the 1 hour, we're kind of down here almost in the oversold zone below the 20 line. Now, we could stick to the top of zone 2, which I have adjusted. I brought up zone 2 from this point here to this point here. I'm making adjustments. We'll look at that on the 4 hour and on the 1 day so we can more accurately predict these price points of where Myro could go. So on this 1 hour chart, what's going to happen is it's either going to snap back up to this volume node, or it's going to come down to this one, or worst case, come all the way down to the point of control. But since we're already near the oversold zone, I don't know what's going to happen. I can't predict that. Right now, all I can say is downward momentum. When we look at the oscillators here, fast line is beneath the slow line, printing solid red on the histogram. Momentum is going downward. Moving to the 4 hour. We talked about this one already. Stochastic crossover here. Impending crossover here. Light green bars on the histogram here. And momentum is going downward. Where can it go? It could either test the top of this new zone 2 that I adjusted. I basically had zone 2 previously. It was like right here. I pulled it up to here, okay? I think we'll get a little bit better ability to predict where price is going by pulling up the top of this zone, because it could end up being support at the top of this box. If we go through the top of that box, which just so happens to coincide with the 200 EMA line, we're going to go down and look for the 50 EMA. There it is right there, which magically coincides with this volume node sticking out right here at a price point of 8.4 cents or so, 8.2, 8.3, somewhere around there. And the bottom node at the point of control price of the visible range of this chart is at 6.3 cents. So here's the gamble. When do I buy back in? When do I get the bag back? I don't know. I don't know, and I can't predict where it's going to stop because nobody knows. All we can do is look at the momentum and make a guess. My guess could be wrong. It could be as wrong as the guess that I had when Bitcoin was at 48,000 and I said all the indications were pointing to correction, and they were. Guess what Bitcoin did? It blew up to 52,000. It went just the opposite. We had nothing but strong buys coming in, and the chart lied. So this chart can lie, and this thing can go backwards, and I can be wrong. So let me just get a step ahead of you dinglings that like to post stupid things in the comments. I might be wrong. You don't have to remind me if this thing shoots up from this point and just goes straight up in the air as soon as we bounce off of this. I'm already telling you that I'm admitting right now I can be wrong. So I'm going to decide whether I buy here at this node or at the bottom of the box. And I might do both. I might get 1,000 here and 1,000 there. We'll just have to see. If I wait and I get lucky enough to get it here and it keeps on going down to zone 3, oh boy, I'll just get a bunch more because that would be nice, but I don't think we're going to get into zone 3. Let's put the numbers up here so you know what I'm talking about. Zone 1, zone 2, zone 3. The reason why I don't think we're going to get into zone 3 is because of this ascending line that I notated in the last video. This is a new line. You see this? It's coming up like that. We've bounced off of this ascending line several times. Once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, okay? So if we poke through this box, come to the 50 EMA, the bottom of the box could coincide with where this ascending blue line is, and we could hit it and move up. And I might not get a chance to get super cheap Myro down in zone 3 because overall, the evidence that we see here right now in front of our beady little eyes is that we have an upward trending trading channel on the 4-hour chart. Let's just draw it on here. Here it is right here. That's where we've been bouncing around. And we're going to have to trust in the probabilities of bouncing in this line until it proves otherwise. until it falls out of the channel or it breaks above the channel, which means that we're still in an upward trending trading channel, by the way. But this is the one that we're going to have to use as a guide. Let's go to the 1-day chart. Now, this one tells me that I'll be real lucky if I'm able to buy back, any lower than, 8-9 cents, because this is looking very bullish. Very bullish indeed. With the oscillators on the MACD with a bullish crossover. There it is right there. That was supposed to be an arrow. Let's get an arrow. Here's our crossover. We have one tick, one green bar on the histogram. And of course, we can see that the stochastic is going vertical. All right. And then we can draw some lines up here and say, this is our upward trending trading channel. We could bounce around within that channel. There are several different ways that this could happen. We could go all the way up again to the top. Notice how it touched the top. That's why the top of that channel is there. It could do this, okay? And it could also blow straight through it and run for another all-time high. We don't know, but we're going to take it day by day. And I'm going to swing trade it day by day and keep on buying at the low points and selling at the high points of the stochastic cycle. When the stochastic gets up here, that's a great time to sell. When the stochastic gets down here, that's a great time to buy. Do you get it? Buy. We start out with sell, buy. Go up, sell. This would be sell area here. Whoops. Dadgummit. Let's get a circle there. This would be sell. And then after this flips on down, what do? You buy. So that's what we use the stochastic for. Same thing happens downstairs. You're going to sell up here. You're going to buy down here. And you're going to get excited when you see crossovers like this happen, where we start to build into the above zero line on the histogram and see how high up that gets. So I'm loving the volatility. It's looking really good. Let me know what you're doing. Are you buying, selling, swing trading, or are you just holding for the long term? This is nothing but practice for me, because if I can swing trade here, and you don't even have to spend $100, $200, take $5 and just keep buying and selling on every peak and valley and see what happens. Get some practice. Not financial advice, but just get some practice and see what happens. So that is the end of this update. Stay tuned. I will have more, and I still have to bring you the Rocky video. I think Rocky is primed for a pump, and I'm looking to make 5 to 10x on my Rocky move. Okay, I've been DCAing it, and I'm going to bring that to you very, very soon. So that is the end of this one, but I would love it if you would like, comment, and subscribe to the Crypto Pro channel. And if you want more Myro videos, you let me know down in the comments. Tell me to keep them coming, and I'm going to keep them coming. And tell me if you like this play-by-play action where I shared with you my actual trades that you can follow. And with that being said, as they always say in videos, that's all for now. This is Carlton, and I am out.